Want to hear from your deceased mother, grandmother, aunt, wife, or other female loved one who has passed? I'm Rosetta. Pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, and I'll do a detailed tarot reading for you with your guidance from Spirit to channel an adult female loved one who has passed and who has a message for you. Okay, so let me give you a close-up. You're going to choose one. Whichever one seems to have the vibe of your loved one. Card number 2. Card number 3. Okay, timestamps, as always, are going to be in the description below. And stay till the end, or join me at the end of the video where I also will pull some oracle cards for you. All right, everyone, let's go. Welcome, group 1. So as I'm shuffling the cards for you, please visualize, hold in your mind and heart the loved one that you would like to be hearing from in today's reading. So my intention is to be channeling an adult female loved one who has passed. That's the subject of today's reading. If you would like to hear from someone else, I have an entire playlist, which I will link to at the end of this reading, entire playlist of departed loved ones channeled readings. And so check out one of the other readings if there's someone else you would like to hear from. All right, let's see what we have for you, group 1. Six of Wands, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And then I also want to give you some suggestions on how do you know if you're in the right grouping. Okay, so okay, so you are in the right group if the loved one you want to hear from was someone who was very action-oriented, always knew how to get done the things that she wanted to get done. This is an optimistic, go-ahead kind of person who did not have, this is not someone who had any emotional or mental issues or difficulties. This is someone who had a pretty straightforward life, who knew, had emotional intelligence, knew how to work with and deal with people. It's that kind of person. And behind her, and what she's saying to you too, is behind her is the 6 of Wands. So she had a lot of success and victory in her own life. She comes from that perspective. She wants to tell you that in case you were worried about it, she lived her life exactly the way she wanted to. She did get everything accomplished in her lifetime that she wanted to. And she also wants to assist you too, to be able to do that. So she wants to be that person who is still there for you as a trusted advisor. She wants you to come to her anytime you're unsure how to do something. Like, I don't know what I should do next. Then that is the kind of thing that she wants to say, that she is here for you. And so as we go to the Chariot in reverse, the thing she's a little worried about for you is she's worried about that you're at us, and this is how you're going to know if you're in the right group, if group 1 is the right group for you to get the message that you came for, to get the message that you came for. The Chariot in reverse is she is concerned that you're not doing the things you need to do right now that will result in you having the same kind of feeling when you come to the end of your life, that you will say, I did everything that I set out to do. She's worried at this point that if you continue on in the path that you are currently in, that you're not going to have this same feeling as she does now in the afterlife. Okay, and also we're looking at the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So again, saying that she wants your life to end up here, where you are the elder and you're looking at your entire family, everything that you've created, the legacy that you're leaving, and you're feeling very satisfied that you not only lived for yourself, but you also left this legacy that you're going to be remembered. You're going to be a very important person within your family and friends that will leave a legacy behind. And she wants this for you. Now, it would be interesting to me to know, hey, comment below if this is something you want for yourself, or was this only something that your loved one wants for you? But she's concerned about these things. She wants to warn you that there may be people in your life who you think you can depend on. We're looking at the Moon card right here, that you think you can depend on, that are more changeable than you would like them to be. So the things you think are certainties today may not be certainties tomorrow. And she is saying, especially when it comes to a love relationship in your life. So if you are someone who is in the middle of a newish relationship where someone is making a lot of promises to you, but it's happening a little too soon, your loved one is saying, please watch out for this. Take your time. See if what this person is saying to you next month, 6 months from now, and what you have observed in not what the person says, but what the person does. Is this same person looking as good to you as time passes? So take your time is what she's saying. Let's find out if she has anything else that she wants to say to you. And if this is not seeming like your person, so if the person you wanted to hear from did not have this history of success and this history of getting it done and very self-confident, if this is not your person, please check out the reading for group 2 or group 3. But I'm going to just give an extra little shuffle. And again, go to the very end of the reading where I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you as well. Anything else for group 1 here, my Queen of Wands card? What else would you like to say? Okay, she's also saying to you that possibly already has happened or is coming up soon, there's going to be a situation where you're going to feel you're unfairly treated. And you may feel like you're the victim of a situation. Your loved one wants you to know that no, you are the magician. When you think that a situation that's coming up or that is happening now has control of you and you are more or less a victim, you just have to let these things happen to you. Your loved one is saying, no, you don't. You can have any outcome that you want in this situation. And she wants you to know, as we said earlier in this reading, that she is there to assist you, guide you, meditate on her, say to her, mom, grandma, auntie, or your best friend who has passed, or whoever this person is in your life, say to her, hey, I don't know what to do, and just sit and wait to hear in your mind the words of advice from your person. All right, that's what I have for you, group 1. If this reading spoke to you, of course, I always enjoy hearing your comments. Let me know how it spoke to you. And please subscribe and press that notification bell. And I hope to see you in one of my readings very soon. Blessings. Welcome, group 2. As I shuffle the cards for you, please focus on the person that you want to hear from. And as I lay out the cards, if this does not seem like a message from your person, please check out the readings for group 1 and group 3. And also, after you view your group reading, please go to the end of the video where I'll be pulling some oracle cards for you as well. All right, let's see what we have for you, group 2. So the card you chose is the Queen of Swords. Let's see what other cards we have before I tell you too much about your person. All right, right away we see with the Five of Cups here, right away we see that your person, as depicted in the cards that we're drawing, is someone who worked very hard and had a lot of hard knocks in her life. She went through many disappointments. And if you found her to be a little bit of a harsh person, if you weren't sure whether she really loved you, if you didn't know quite where you stood with this person, and that's one of the reasons that you want to have a message from her, then let's see what else comes up in these cards. Because the reason that you may not have felt loved by her, the reason that you may not know where you stood with her, is because of the things that she went through in her own past and her own life. And what she wants to tell you here, and we're going to be pulling some clarifying cards here, what she wants to tell you in this reading is that for you, the opportunity to have so much joy in your life and have everything open up and be given to you is so much more than what she had available to her in her own lifetime, right? And then we're underneath here in the King of Wands in reverse. If this is your person speaking to you, what I also want to say is that a part of the basis for a lot of the difficulty she went through was the choice of her life partner. And so she went through a lot with her life partner, or perhaps even more than one, if she had more than one long-term partner in her life. This is one area that just never went well for her. No matter what she did, she felt like she was working. Eight of Pentacles, she was working on her own. She kept working. She wanted to have the love. She wanted to have the feeling of that she had a soft place to fall. She never had that. She's speaking about being worried about money, being worried about security, okay? So this is giving you enough to know before we pull additional cards. Does this sound like your person that you wanted to hear from? If it did not, please go to my group 1 or group 3 and see if one of those readings resonates better with you, okay? But not going with that basis, is that your person? Let's see what else she has to say to you, because what she wanted to say here right off the bat is, it's like she wanted to give you explanations for why she was in life the way that she was. She never had this feeling of peace. She never felt like things were okay for her. And she wants you to know that where she is now, she is much more at peace. She has much more of a feeling of happiness than she did in this life. All right, but messages, so Queen of Swords, messages for your loved one though. What do you want to say to group 2? All right, so we're not done yet. We have more cards that we're even yet going to pull. But this is what she wants for you. This feeling of ease, and that you don't have to do what she did. You don't have to work all the time for some uncertain goal that you don't even know if you will ever achieve it. So if your life is just working, striving, trying, and somehow the results are never coming as easily, a couple of things your loved one wants you to know is she is concerned that maybe you got these ideas from her. And that her whole focus through life, this feeling of hardship, this feeling of not being loved, all of the things that she went through, she's concerned that somehow she passed this attitude toward life on to you, and that it's not your reality. Your reality and destiny is this: 9 of Pentacles, ease, plenty, having everything you need and more than you need, more than you need and plenty to share. That's your destiny. And she's afraid that instead, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that you're somehow following in her footsteps. You don't feel that there's enough. Here's the Queen of Plenty, and we have it in reverse. So there's an overall feeling, that Sun in reverse, that you believe it's possible to have everything you want. In your mind, you believe it. But somehow you feel there's this residue, what your loved one is saying, I believe your loved one is probably right in this, that there's this residue of, yeah, but not for me. Yes, technically I believe it's possible for me, is your thought. Technically, yes, I believe it's possible, but somehow I feel there's something always preventing it from coming to me, coming to you, we say. So what should group 2 do in that case? If that's the underlying situation, then what are you advising group 2 to do? Okay, your loved one is saying, surrender control and let good things happen. Now, I know if I were receiving this message, this would be kind of a hard message for me to assimilate, because I am a person of action. This message would be hard for me, and it may be hard for you too, but hear me out. So you don't have to make things happen. Your loved one says, let things happen, and let all of your actions, 4 of Swords in reverse, let all of your actions be from what is the happiest action you could take in any area, whether it's your work, whether it's your finances, because we see that might be a theme that is bothering you or that is in the top of mind for you. No matter what the situation is, okay, regarding a big project that you feel like you need to do but you don't want to do, what would be the way to make it easiest for you? What would be not the male energy, I've got to push this through, I'm going to grit my teeth and do it, I'm going to, that's more of a Queen of Swords way of doing it too. I'm going to slash through this thing. No. It's like, what's the part of this that feels the happiest and easiest to do? If I could make this task easy, how would I make it easy? Because in that ease and happiness in doing whatever actions you need to do, then that causes the relaxation that lets you be more in the vibe of the 9 of Pentacles and less in the vibe of the 8 of Pentacles. Work. All right? So, want a little bit more here, because the messages are not as direct as I would like them to be. So are you there for group 2? I'm asking your loved one. So are you there on the day-to-day? How can you be close to the loved ones that are still here on earth? Okay, so this loved one says that when you give up the fight, anytime you can be giving up the fight in your life and moving toward ease and whatever you have to do, anytime you're doing that, she is there with you. At any time, she will be there with you. And because the Two of Cups came up, if you were someone who was looking for a message from someone you were romantically involved with, or a wife, or a partner, then this is definitely your reading. And she wants you to know if this is someone you were you were a romantic partner with. Yes, she is still with you. And yes, she is happier now. And she doesn't want any of the negativity or difficulties you went through together because of her negative frame of mind, or because she couldn't relax, because she couldn't enjoy in her lifetime. She wants you to know she's much happier now. She wants you to find happiness again, and she wants you to live with ease. She wants you to be able to release any of the difficulties that happened in your relationship. If you were wanting to hear from a mother, then she's saying that she's here with you whenever you let down your guard, whenever you're able to just relax and do it anyway. So whenever you're able to not grit your teeth, not power through it, but relax your way through it, that's when she is there with you. All right, did this resonate with you in any way? If it did, please hit subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, at the end of this video, if you scroll ahead, you're going to find some oracle card pulls for you as well. All right, blessings everyone. Welcome group 3. As I shuffle the cards for you, please think of the loved one that you are wanting to hear from in today's reading. And as I lay out the cards and say a little bit more about the personality of the person who comes through, if it doesn't seem like your person, please check out the readings for group 1 and group 2. And also, at the very end of this reading, if you stick around, I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards for you as well. All right, let's go. All right, this is a very particular loved one coming through, so hang in there with me as I tell you a little bit about this. Okay, so this was a very beloved person in your life, a very grounded, loving person in your life who you were very special to her, and she was very special to you. So if you were wondering, did this person love you as much as you loved her? Then she wants you to know, yes. But here's the point. Here's how you're going to know if you are in the right group for this reading. So the way this person passed was very untimely. It was either an accident, could even be a suicide in some case, but it was just, it happened quickly. It may have been by violence, but it was a very untimely death and just tragic means of passing. So if that's not your person at all that you wanted to hear from, I would say right now, cut over to the reading for group 1 or the reading for group 2. There's timestamps in the description. And check out whether either of those sounds more closely aligned to the loved one you wanted to hear from. All right, so that is the background. All right, and then we're going to pull some more cards, because then ahead of this, we have the 3 of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Cups in reverse. And so I'm kind of wondering whether those are applying to you or whether that's just more background that your loved one is wanting to tell. Because sometimes these loved ones really want to tell their story. They want to talk more about themselves before we move on to what advice they have for you. So let's see what's going on with this loved one. Wow, more cups. Okay, this is her message for you. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so these 3 cards here are what she wants to say to you. This is not about her own life. So these are her messages. She's afraid you're missing out on so much. So she's concerned that in your life as it's going right now, that you're saying no to so many things that could bring you joy and happiness. So does this make sense to you, group 3? Have you been turning down a lot of invitations or people who want to be friends and say, let's go for coffee? Or are you kind of being a little bit of a hermit these days? And are you not? And I mean, not only because of the current COVID situation. So if you're watching this now when it's first being posted, we know we have the pandemic situation still upon us. But it's like you're saying no to everything. Are there job offers happening? Are there people offering, you need a car and somebody is offering you at free or at a good price? Oh, here, take this one. Are people offering you valuable things that you need and you're just saying no, no, no? People offering you, again, friendships. So here, these are happy and joyous events. These are offers of many different kinds. And then here is friendship, the offer of friendship or the offer of, again, small gifts, things you need, emotional support even that you need. And are you saying no? And possibly as a result of you're still in grief over this situation that happened, but generally, your loved one is saying that she doesn't want to see you closed off to all of these opportunities. She wants to see you live. She wants to see you joyous. She is looking at you. She is with you. She is aware of what's going on in your life. So if you're wondering if she's still with you, yes, she's still with you. Okay, can we see anything more about the loved one in detail that I can give you? Group 3. She's still with you. So death is not final. She is still with you. She's concerned about, once again, all the cards representing you on this side are all in reverse. She wants to see you get back into action. There are some important choices, at least one important choice in your life to make, and you're avoiding making it. You're not making that decision. There are things you need to move forward on. More of a practical nature. It could be a move. It could be a new job, and you're putting it off and you're not making any decision about it. So there's one clear message here. Yes, she's still with you, in case you were wondering about this. And how is she feeling? How is she feeling now? How is she feeling now? She's very happy. If you're wondering where she is, what is going on, she's very happy. And she wants you to have the same happiness in this life. So she wants you to have a happy family. If you are interested in marriage and children, she wants you to have that, or she wants to enjoy your family even more if you already have this situation. And she wants you to know that things do not get better. You don't have the ideal life that you want to have until you turn these cards right side up, until you start saying yes to all of the blessings that are already before you. You know, sometimes you're not aware. If you're not looking at things, you might be saying, well, what blessings? I don't even, like, what invitations? What blessings? I don't see any blessings. Look, she wants you to look up and look at what is right in front of you, because there are many good things. There are many blessings. And yes, she is with you. And whenever you ask, she will be with you. So if you're a little worried about making some decisions and moving ahead, just sit with her, ask her what she would do. You know, she was known as a very grounded, almost earth mother type of person. And she will be able to give you guidance if you call upon her. All right, I'm about to pull some oracle cards now, but I would love it if this reading spoke to you. As always, you know, please comment. Let me know how it resonated with you. And please subscribe and click the notification bell. And stick with me because I'm going to pull some oracle cards for everyone. All right, let's pull some oracle cards. Okay, group 1. Group 2. And group 3. And I'm going to hold them up so you can see them better. Okay, so... And then in case you're wondering, this is the Spirit Junkie Oracle deck. I'll link to it. Group number 1, we have this in reverse. All right, group number 1, we have this in reverse, and I do read reverses in my oracle cards. So I cherish every cell in my body. We have it in reverse. So are you taking care of your physical body these days? Are you exercising? Are you getting a little bit of fresh air? Are you finding a way to get a little bit of sunlight? If you're viewing this at the time I'm posting, we're in the dead of winter. Are you getting outside? Are you drinking water? Are you doing all of those good things that our bodies need? Group number 2, also in reverse. I am committed to bringing forth my greatness. I will no longer play small. So we had this one reverse as well. So are you hiding your light? Think about ways that you could be sharing your talents, sharing your gifts, volunteering, tutoring, coaching, making that recipe that you're so good at making, whatever your talents are, sharing your music, sharing your art. So as we move ahead, that is your message. Here we go, group 3. My greatest experience of freedom comes when I let go of what others think of me. So group 3, doesn't matter what others think, it matters what you think. So is there a way that you can let go in the days coming ahead and just think, it's my opinion of myself that matters? All right, guys. Hey, leave me a comment if any of these cards resonated with you. And one more time, love it if you subscribe. I would love it if you click that notification bell. And thank you so much for being with me. I will see you next week.